Wonderbirds are supported by dogfriendly.co.uk, improving the lives of dogs and their owners.
Hello, girls.
Hi.
Monday.
Sunshine and showers, darling. All day, sunshine and showers.
Yeah, I've got beautiful sunshine here at the moment.
Oh, you always have sunshine, darling.
Yeah,
I'm bitter.
I can't tell you, the water and...
Yeah, it's a bit like
sunshine.
Oh, no, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. No, stop. Save that for the live show. I was going to say, the sunshine and showers are a bit like our mood swings. There we go.
Yes. Talking about mood swings, there was something in the mail a couple of days ago about women of a certain age being and feeling invisible. Now, I have never felt that, but I know a lot of women do. They get to past 50 and they feel invisible. And I think this is, don't you agree? How awful is that? 50? 50 is young. Jennifer Aniston's in her 50s.
Yeah.
It's changing slowly, but it takes an awful lot of hard work on our part.
Yeah.
There are some bits of my body I would like to be invisible, or just invisible them out a little bit if I could, but not completely, obviously.
No, I think it's the thing about, in the workplace, I think women are sort of undermined, but at the boardroom level, they say about the glass ceiling and all that. So I think it's that, isn't it, really?
I
think it's everyday life. I don't think it's, I think it's
across the board.
Who's head of the European Commission? Isn't she 81?
Well, Nancy Pelosi is in the White House, 81.
There you go.
Yeah.
So why is it okay? It's like Joe Biden. It's like, Trump. These men are at top positions in their sort of late 70s, early 80s.
Yes.
And actually, women age better. We look better than men. I think men suddenly fall apart when they get older, and I think we're now.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I don't think men look better.
Either way, I don't think it's about looks necessarily. I don't think it matters how you look, it's how you feel. And also the idea that women across the board, not just the boardroom, have to be able to have their voice, which they are beginning to do now. And that's the most important thing. There's no one way to be perfect.
I think it is a lot how you look, because I'm not saying that people should, do things. This is not what I mean. But when you feel younger within yourself, you look younger anyway.
But I think that's just an attitude towards life.
When people talk passionately, it makes them vibrant. That's what you're looking at. But some people are old when they're in their 20s, aren't they? They have old.
Yeah, but you see, what they're talking about is also the attitude towards you. Is how people, perceive you. And also how they treat you. I mean, a lot of young men now are different and totally. I've never had a man cook a dinner for me. Now,
really,
my Keely's husband cooks every night. I've never had that. I've never had a man that joins in with the running of a house, like
really,
to hoover, even the simplest terms, to hoover, to wash
crazy.
up, to dry up, to do the gardening. I did everything myself. But then I was a fool to myself, which is what I told Keely very young. Don't do everything. Don't say you can do everything, because I'm very impatient and I will not wait. Sorry, I've always been the breadwinner, actually. So I've always had the house husband, if you like, at home looking after the kids or whatever. So I've been quite lucky in that way, because I've always actually been out front earning the money. So I've never had that problem. But there is I was the breadwinner and
I did both.
Everything else. And you did everything.
Me too.
Every man I've ever had a relationship with has always cooked.
So
they tried to let me cook, but they wanted to, they were more keen on living their lives than being poisoned. So I think that
staying alive.
I remember when I was married to David, I used to say to him, "Can you change that light bulb?" And it probably didn't do it. Then I wouldn't even get it changed, because I just thought, I wonder how long he will wait. And then I used to wait, and then it could be a year.
Never have any life.
The key to this freedom is that we all have to keep evolving. We don't stop being in one place.
Yes,
and that's what's moving forward. And like our guest who's coming in today.
Yes.
The gorgeous, wonderful Samantha Giles. Hello, Sam. Welcome back.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, darling.
Hey. Hi, Sam.
Welcome back.
Oh, now, darling, we know that you have some news that you can't talk about. That's great, isn't it? That's a good start.
A good start.
But we can say that you are going back to Emmerdale.
Yes, it's been in the press that I am going back, and I've been filming for a few weeks, and I'm back on screen on the 27th of May, but I'll be doing an exclusive chat with This Morning on June the 1st about the Emmerdale.
Yay!
Wow,
yes.
about the story.
But we've got you here first because you're a friend of the show. Tell me something. Is EastEnders, is he directing your episodes now?
He is. Yes, he's not. I mean, he was in the show, wasn't he, for a time, and then he's left. But I think he's. I mean, I've not worked with him as yet, but he is directing a block which is coming up very soon. Yeah.
He's just the most. I saw him at can't remember what's the theatre in Liverpool.
Everyman.
The Empire.
Yeah, the Everyman. I saw him do a play that he was mind blowing. He really was mind blowing. Anyway, what we need to talk about is something much more interesting than Emmerdale. We want to talk to you, darling, about your spells, because I need a spell desperately to get rid of this. So can you give me any advice?
Not really. I think if you do anything, like that, it'll just come back on you.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm afraid.
That's the thing. There's that frame.
What are the most interesting spells that you have? What do people ask the most for?
So I'd say the most popular ones is the love spell and the change your luck charm. So those are the biggest sellers, really, I suppose. And I've got a little testimonials page where I've included some stuff that people have said about when they've done the spells and what results they've achieved, and positive stuff that's happened. So the change your luck charm is very simple to do as well. I think the simpler the spell, the easier it is for people, because it's quite a lot to take on board, thinking about the moon phases and this, that and the other, to me, because obviously to me it's just second nature, but when it's a new thing for you, it can get a bit complicated.
Ooh, so exciting.
Can I just say, Sam, has this escalated since the pandemic and since of all being locked down? Because people, I don't know about everybody else, but need some hope and some look to the future, that everybody is feeling inside, even though lockdown's coming, we're very apprehensive about it. Do you think it's escalated through this time?
I think there's certainly been a need for it, and now that I've done the website, which I've been thinking about for a long time, I was very worried about doing it because I'm not very technical. I mean, I paid someone to do it, obviously, but I was worried about, what does it mean? Am I going to get charged lots of money each year to have a website and so on? But it's very simple. But now that that's out there, I think it's somewhere people can go to, even if they don't want to buy anything. If they want to message me and ask some questions, I'm more than happy to reply to people and advise them if I can, because it's not a money-making thing. It's there because I want to give something out. And obviously, I'm charging for the spells, but really, I try and keep the prices as low as possible, because when people get to that stage, like you say, when they're feeling really desperate, because magic should only really be used as a last resort and only alongside practical measures, then you don't want to be fleecing people for something,
No.
if they haven't got much money in the first place, particularly if they're desperate.
Yeah.
So
can I just jump quickly, Sam? I just want to know about your new book, because I know is it finished now?
I've finished it, and I've just finished the last round of edits. And so it's a sequel to the first Rosemary book, and it's coming out in October, and it's called Rosemary and the Book of the Dead.
Oh, wow.
It's sort of a lot of Egyptian stuff. I mean, my youngest daughter was doing about Egypt last school year. So hopefully a lot of the children that are reading, the right age for the book, which is kind of like 8 to 12-year-olds, they'll be familiar with the gods and goddesses of Egypt and Egyptian mythology. Because of course the Book of the Dead is the book that was supposedly buried with the mummified bodies, so that when they actually passed over, they had a book of instructions of how to get to the afterlife. That's what the Book of the Dead is.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So this
That's
story
amazing.
basically is about how the Book of the Dead's in the British Museum and it gets stolen. And so
Oh.
Rosemary and her sister and her friend Addie go on this mission to try and retrieve the book and try and find out who they think's taken it. And they have to actually get into the book in order to actually take it.
So they go
Wow.
into the book.
They go into the book, yeah. So it's
I love
like
that.
going
I
into
love
part
that
of it.
idea.
Wow.
That's
And
brilliant.
will there be a third book, Sam, then, in that case?
There might be. I mean, I've thought, I've written, you know, obviously I've been writing other stuff, and hopefully one of the other ones will get published maybe next year. But I'm thinking maybe I could do a third. I'm not sure. I've set it up so that there could be.
There always
Yeah.
has to be a third.
Yes,
Always,
I
rule of
like
comedy.
that.
There always has to be a third.
Yeah,
And yeah, everything goes in threes, doesn't it?
It
Sam?
does.
true.
It
yeah.
does.
Does Sherry? And also, Sam, you were talking about spells earlier, and somebody gave me these. Strangely, they're magic spell candles,
Oh, look.
and I've been burning them actually because I thought it just, you know, not for anything in particular, but I thought it just gives off a really nice essence, and you know, it feels like it's changing. You know, it's the time of change because we're all going back into real life again, and think there's a lot more positivity around, isn't there? So I thought that's so. But so you feel that's okay to just burn these just for that sort of feel good?
Absolutely. I think candles are used loads in magic, and I use them quite a lot in the kits. And I think if you decide, you know, you can either just light them just to have a general nice feeling and positivity, or you could light one on a specific moon phase. So tomorrow is a new moon. So new moons are all about new beginnings, offers, opportunities, exciting things. So you could, if there was something you wanted to start or wanted to achieve, tomorrow would be a good day to light a candle with that intention, you know.
Yes. Oh, fantastic.
Good to have an intention as well.
What colour is it? What colour is a good intention candle then?
Well, green is great.
It's green. Yeah.
Green is about opportunity, and if you think about the crystal, green aventurine, that's a crystal for opportunity and abundance, really.
I was going to say that when you said about the simplicity of spells, somebody gave me a spell book at Christmas, and they're so complicated. You know, get a bay leaf and a fig leaf and something else, and I'm thinking, where am I going to get them? You know, and a dead somebody's eye, and you know.
Oh no, dear! Don't do that.
It's
You'll end up
like-
in jail. You'll end up in jail, Dee. Don't
They
do
are
that,
would, you know.
That's why all my kits have got all the ingredients in. So when I say dried elderberries, you know, I'm providing you with the dried elderberries or the
Right.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Now I know, darling, I know that you're going to be doing a live read on your Facebook page with
That's right.
angel cards.
It's tomorrow night, Tuesday at
Okay.
7 o'clock, live from the Samantha Spells Facebook page. Yeah,
Can't wait, cannot wait. But darling, would you do us a live card read, angel cards read now?
Should we go? Shall I do you first, Harriet?
Whatever you think's best, darling. I'll be
Okay.
guided
Yes.
by you.
You say stop.
Stop.
Okay. So Harriet, positive thoughts create positive results. So really that's just encouraging you to keep making positive affirmations, keep thinking positively. I don't know, you don't strike me as a negative person, but it's doing, keep doing that and you will get positive results.
Fantastic. Thank you, darling.
My pleasure. Who'd like to go next?
Oh, me? Well, I've got a spell, by the way. I have told an ear of bat, you're going to love me, you dirty rat.
You don't want a dirty rat, darling.
No, you don't.
What are you thinking?
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Sorry, Sam. You know, it's just me being bizarre because I love spells. Can you give me a nice card, please?
Right, you
Please,
say stop
pick her
when
a
you're
card.
ready.
Stop.
Right. Okay. Oh, innocence. That card is talking about something that might have happened in the past that you feel sort of a sense of guilt about or blame, and it's saying to you that you've done nothing wrong, you've nothing ever to feel ashamed or bad about, and that you just kind of, it's like getting an angelic hug, if you like, as well, saying to you, don't think about the past.
We all need that.
Honestly, Sam, I'll tell you how right that is.
Oh, right, good.
Really right. I shall inform you privately what that, it's just weird. Really weird.
Good.
Right, D next.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Say stop.
Okay. Stop.
This situation is already resolved. So it's something that maybe is on your mind or you've been worrying about, not sure how it's going to turn out. It's already been resolved. You may not know the answer yet, but if you can let go of it, it will come quicker to you, sort of.
Oh my goodness, that is so spot on. I can't tell you. Thank you. Thank you. Jerry.
Okay. Me. Stop.
Honor and trust your feelings. So that's saying to you specifically, if there's a feeling you've got that won't go away about something or somebody, a situation, really stick to that. Even if other things are telling you to do the opposite, stick to what you're feeling deep inside.
Okay, good.
That is brilliant.
Thank you,
That's
Sam.
amazing.
Wow.
Thank you so much,
Wow.
darling. You have
Thank
been
you.
an inspiration as always. Will you come back and see us again soon?
Oh,
And we want to hear
We
as
love
soon
it.
as we
love
can
it.
all your
Sam,
info.
before you go, can I just ask you, do you ever pull your own cards?
I do, but sometimes it's difficult because you're already hoping for
Working it.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to be objective for yourself, actually, really hard.
Yeah. You're in a situation, Sam, that if you pull a card and you go, oh, I'll just put that back and I'll just have this one.
Yes.
So tomorrow night, darling, Facebook live angel cards with you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
also the website as well, which we're going to put both links up. Your website is what?
It's thesamanthagiles.co.uk.
Okay.
Thank
We'll
you.
do that.
We'll
Bye,
be there.
darling. Thank you.
Thank
Luck
you,
with the
Sam.
sale.
You're amazing.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
I'm so excited by that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Really incredible.
I'm going to buy a spell. I think they're really interesting. But you're right, dear. I don't know if you ever got spell book before, but it does say, go down to the bottom of the garden, find a root of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Find a frog.
Eye
and
of a dead
kiss it.
pig or
Jesus Christ. Moving on. Who's coming in next, please?
Well, the thing is, Sam couldn't tell us about what's going to happen in Emmerdale, but I wonder if we're very sneaky, if
Yeah.
Stephen Murphy possibly could. Hi, Steve.
Harry.
Hello.
Hello.
Darling.
Hello.
Lovely to see you.
You
I
are
appreciate you
live
there.
on Wonderbirds as we speak. Steve, we've just interviewed Sam Giles, who has
Yes.
told us that she's going back to Emmerdale but can't tell us. What can you tell us?
Oh, what can she tell you?
She just said, I'm
Nothing.
going back.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can say at the minute. She's on screen in a couple of weeks,
27th of May.
couple of weeks time. So I think we are working on it at the moment, top secretly on Inside Soap. So it'll be next week before I can tell you anything.
Fabulous.
But obviously, she left her fiance, went off to Australia, and in the meantime, her fiance's got with someone else. She got with someone else in Australia.
Oh.
She's going to come back.
Oh.
Does she want the fiance?
Drama.
Do you know how we should feel about the her ex-fiance's new fiance, if that makes any sense? So yeah, so there's a lot
Yeah.
going on. And of course, her daughter in the show is pregnant.
Yes.
Oh,
Tim
yes.
Kate's son, so there's a lot of intrigue there up at Home Farm for her to get involved in. So it's a good time. Good time
So
to
she
come
could
back.
Very good.
actually, she could bring a Jason Donovan back with her, couldn't she, from Australia?
She's quite well,
There you
yeah.
go. That's
Great
what could be the
idea.
next thing.
What else is happening, Steve? Tell us more news.
Oh, Coronation Street.
Oh yes, yes, that was quite. Fridays was
Oh.
quite a watch, quite heart-wrenching.
Really
Yeah,
hard.
totally.
Absolutely. Oh my
Really
goodness.
scary too.
But oh my God, what good actors are in that show!
What-
Really
yeah,
great actors.
Brendan
extraordinary.
David Nielsen is extraordinary, and Sally
Oh,
Carmen.
he's always been amazing.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
I
and
know the
Sally
quality.
Carmen, who played Abby, just brilliant.
What can you tell us about what happens next with that story?
Well, it's all kind of moves obviously to who's to blame, really. You know, we obviously
Yes.
knew all the kids were there and whatever, so there's a lot of intrigue. There's an arrest this week. There is an arrest.
Oh,
But we also have Corey, bad boy Corey, desperate to get Asher, his girlfriend, wanted to give him an alibi. So what he tried to cover up. So it's all because we didn't see all of it happen. You know, that there's a lot to kind of be uncovered about exactly what happened, and you know,
yes.
so there's lots of that. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of Abby's very upset. There's Nina, you know, how she can recover from this and what she takes from that. There's a lot going on this week. A lot going on.
It's so important because of the society today. Young men getting killed, stabbed, whatever in our world. It's so wonderful that they've dealt with this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to run. It's going to repercussions, as you can imagine, for quite a while now.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And
And what
obviously-
about EastEnders?
well, EastEnders, it's Ben and Callum's wedding tonight.
yes.
Well, actually, at the moment, there's only Ben going to be at Ben and Callum. No, only Callum going to be at Ben and Callum's wedding.
Yeah.
So Callum's waiting at the altar tonight to see if Ben will turn up. There's also been a lot of issues with them with regard to secrets. Also, secrets have been exposed. And Phil, tonight, I think, will find out that Callum was working against him when Callum police, but he was trying to get information on Phil for the police, which eventually he didn't do, but this is all going to come out. So Phil is obviously going to be on the warpath. So even if Ben does turn up, is Phil then going to turn up and ruin it all? So there's lots of drama there.
Oh, Phil always does that, doesn't he? Yes.
Yeah, and then later in the week we've got Sharon. Sharon's got a new romance going on. She can get the men. And Sharon, with Kira. Maybe she's been flirting with Kira for a little while.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
They're going to get it on this week. So this is a new sort of Albert Square couple being formed this week. So that's quite nice.
Really?
That's interesting.
And we've got little Bailey, who went missing last week. And the little girl, she's on the streets, and we're going to see her perhaps in a little bit of danger this week. So that's all. That's a little bit worrying.
That is.
So no comedy anywhere.
Not much comedy. A lot of drama. A lot of drama in EastEnders.
Drama.
But not in any of the other soaps either.
No, Emmerdale's all a bit. It's a bit.
Really?
You need some light relief, darling.
Emmerdale. We've got a lot of confusion over a stolen brooch in Emmerdale. I won't try and explain it because
Okay.
Multi-layered.
that ends up with Aaron being hit over the head with a cricket bat by Pollard, your ex. Deadbeat.
Oh God!
Eric
It
Pollard.
goes on.
So he ends up.
I mean, really? Where's the comedy gone with all of these shows? I mean, I know. Tony Maudsley's in Corrie, but as George, he's not a funny character, is he? But I suppose it's a bit of light relief, isn't it?
I think he's quite funny. It's one of those sort of Corrie, quite sort of witty. I think his stuff.
Yes. Light. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. Light comedy.
Yeah, he's obviously so good at it. So that's your soaps for this week.
Stephen, what's happening in Doctors?
Don't ask me about Doctors.
Well, I've just done an episode, so you better get with it.
I've
just done an episode, so get with the
for 1 second.
program,
I can tell you exactly what's happening in Doctors.
Go on then.
What was the tape? What was the tape?
I was in an episode. It's not coming out till September, but I'll save that for you later.
They're really far ahead, don't they? Harriet, I saw you doing your little fashion walk for Sarah Moyles.
Yes,
Because
dear.
she does this thing on Twitter where she does a different outfit every day, or she gets other people to do it. So I saw you and Helen do yours.
When are we going to see you again? I mean, are you having your soap awards this year, do you think?
We're working on it at the minute, is all I can say. We're working around it. We're seeing what's possible. You know, obviously there's been a lot of to and froing. Even, you know, the British Soap Awards, which were going to be later this year, they've decided to cancel it this year.
That's next year now.
That's now next year. So, you know, it's difficult to plan at the minute because although we think we know how the world's going to go,
we don't know, do we?
We don't.
It means, you know, it's quite difficult to commit people to things. So we're looking at it at the moment, very much. much.
Yes.
If you do want to know about doctors, Dr. Al is off on a blind date this week in Doctors.
Oh, there you go. See?
With a girl who's played by an actress called Anna Acton, who used to be in EastEnders. She was investigating Lucy Beale's death. I know her from Family Affairs because I go back a long way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Family Affairs for a long time. So Dr. Al might have a bit of romance this week. That's your doctor's info for you.
Thank you.
Stephen, do you
Thank
remember
you.
Albion Market?
I do.
I remember that. Yeah, that went for a
Yeah.
while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oddly, I recently watched the last episode of Albion Market on YouTube on a whim.
Did you?
Did you?
I watched it. I often do that. I do enjoy a nice 1982 episode of Crossroads quite often.
Oh, there you
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, darling.
was
Can't go
good.
wrong.
They're
Me
really,
too.
so I often watch. I watched the one where Gabrielle Drake arrived. Nicola Free.
yes.
Oh, yes.
New sexy motel boss, and everyone was bristling. It was really good.
Oh, I love Gabrielle Drake. I love her.
Such a
Well,
classic.
thank you, Steve, so much.
You're welcome, my
Thank you,
darling.
darling.
See you
We'll
soon.
see you
See you
soon.
soon.
See you all. Bye.
Bye.
That
Wow.
sets us up for the week. We know
Good.
what's happening. Girls,
Yeah.
I have to say, I have to remind myself and everybody else, including you, this Saturday on the 15th of May, the virtual Walk the Walk Moonwalk is happening. We're starting at 10:30 in the morning, not just here in the UK, but all over the world. Women, men, and children are joining in. And if anyone wants to donate or you still want to sign up for it, all you have to do is go to walkthewalk.org. I'll see you there.
And how
That's
are
all I
you
gotta say.
Harriet, how is it actually done, this virtual walk?
Well, the virtual walk is that you can choose how many miles you want to do. Some people are doing 6, some people are doing 3 actual marathons in a row. It's entirely up to you. And it can be a group of 6 people and you can work out your own routes. It's anywhere. Normally there's 15,000 women and men and children, or less children,
And do you
but
fi- do you-
walking
do
through
you
the
film
night.
it?
But you can film it as you film it as you go.
Great.
You sign in, go to walkthewalk.org, and you can sign up or you can donate and support everyone who's doing it.
Okay.
Who have we got in on Wednesday? Does anyone know?
Anita Harris.
Yes.
Oh, how
Fabulous
exciting.
Anita Harris.
A
Yes.
legend.
And Sherry's not going to be here, are you? Because you're doing
No,
something
no.
exciting on Wednesday.
This morning. We're
Yes.
still in Holly on Wednesday. So tune in to
Fabulous.
find out why.
Exactly. So
Absolutely.
we'll have the lovely Hilary O'Neill who's coming back to step into Sherry's shoes for that particular day. But while we'll be
Great.
watching Sherry on this morning. Anyway, thank you all very much. And we shall be now I'm going to get some spells right now.
Me too.
Me too.
You
like
know
the
what they
candles.
say? The most important thing they say is when you're busy pointing the finger, the 3 others pointing back at you. So when you
Ooh.
do a spell, 3 other fingers pointing right back at you, babe. So be really careful.
Ooh.
Just saying.
What you wish for. Be
Yeah, there
careful
you
what
go.
you wish for.
That's
Say
it.
life
Choosing
now.
3 others. Bye.
Bye.